while I'm not for many rules, I think we probably could have some rules and maybe say that, we can't sell uranium companies in North America to the Russians. Well, we did. We sold a uranium company to the Russians, had to be approved by Hillary Clinton. While the sale is in process, Bill Clinton made a $750,000 speech to the bank that was brokering the deal. The people who owned the uranium company gave $125 million to the Clinton Foundation. Coincidence? Can you imagine this? I mean, somebody ought to go to jail for this. We had sanctions against Iran, and companies around the world were prevented from selling sensitive things to Iran that they could use maybe for weaponry. So there's an electronics company in Sweden. They were prevented from making sales, and they applied for an exemption to sell electronics to Iran. Had to be approved by Hillary Clinton. Guess who gave a speech to the electronics company for $750,000? Bill Clinton. I mean, they made $100 million giving speeches. They also, here's Hillary Clinton. She says, oh, I'm going to be the champion of women's rights. Really? She took $10 million, somewhere between $10 and $20 million from Saudi Arabia. You know what happens in Saudi Arabia if a woman is raped? They arrest her and beat her. They have public whippings for women there. Women are treated like cattle in Saudi Arabia. And yet she's going to be the champion for women's rights after taking money from Saudi Arabia. She took money from the Sultan of Brunei, several $1 million for her, doing good works with the Clinton Foundation. You know what they do in Brunei for adultery? They stone the person to death. Guess what? In those countries, do you think women get to testify about their men being adulterous? No, it's men who come in and say their woman is messing around, and then they can be stoned to death. These are not countries that you would think it would be really good to be taking money from, or giving money to, for that matter. We have a lot of craziness going on. We give away money to countries that hate us. People are asking me, what are you going to do about ISIS? I said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is quit arming them and giving them money. This is the bone I have to pick with Rubio also. Rubio's like, well, we have to spend more money on the military because we have to defend against ISIS, and now ISIS is in Libya. Well, guess what? ISIS is in Libya because we got involved and toppled Gaddafi, created a vacuum, and now ISIS is filling the vacuum. This was something that I call Hillary's war, but was also supported by Rubio. And I've been saying, I'm not sure there's a lot of difference between them. I think they have the same foreign policy. But this message has not yet resonated out to the public. Some people are being fooled into thinking there's a difference, or at times where the difference between the two, and there's not. But we have to think before we act in the Middle East. In Syria, there was a civil war. It's been going on for probably 5 or 6 years. They came before my committee and they said, Assad's a terrible person, which is probably